Good morning everyone, it's Yvonne here, back to do your bonus read for the 15th of January. I keep saying that and thinking, wow, we're already halfway through January. It feels like it's just flying already. Our life is just way too short, isn't it? Trying to fit everything into everything. Even a day's too short sometimes. I'm going to use the Golden Tarot for your bonus read and pull a card from the Wicker deck. Okay. Beautiful. Six of Cups coming out here. So the Six of Cups can talk about reminiscing. It can talk about nostalgia. It can sometimes talk about something coming back from the past to be resolved. It can talk about childhood, working on your childhood, going back to your childhood to understand something from your childhood. So if some of you are sort of feeling like you're going back to this time to understand or remember something about yourself, maybe trying to get in touch with your inner child. So let's say some of you are doing inner child work here, but we'll see. Okay, so we have the Knight of Cups coming in here. Now the Knight of Cups came up in the What's Cracking reading. Very often a message of love coming in from someone. Can be a water sign, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, but some sort of offer coming in here. Now, I know it's a cup and it could be love, but it can also be about just an offer about something you love. So, I mean, somebody could want to buy a portrait or a picture from you, from your gallery, because they love it. So it's sort of being really open with how this is with you and what it represents. Cups represent love, yes, but not all love is only romantic. Could be a invitation from a family member to come to their wedding. Okay, and then we have the card of the Moon here. Now the Moon is a card that shows that the universe often has things hidden from view. This also can be the card of Pisces, and some people see it as the card of Cancer. So with a water sign here as well, you may be dealing with one of those signs. Feels very strong here, very strong watery energy. So sometimes this is things that people have hidden from you, but more often it's the universe keeping something up their sleeve. Ten of Cups, beautiful. This is about happiness, joy and happiness. It's sort of like the minor arcana of the sun, about having a happy family, having joy, having everything right around you. I always think with the cups lined up, it's about having all your ducks in a row. Okay, and then we have the Knight of Coins coming in here. Now, the Knight of Coins is a very different card. He's a little bit slow moving, this guy. It isn't because he's concentrating on that coin in the sky, because it looks like he is here. It's because he's methodical. He's an earth sign. He takes his time. He makes sure everything is right before he moves forward. So this energy here that you've got in this reading has either taken a long time to come in, or it's still going to take a little while. But divine timing, remember. Okay, and I have the Ten of Coins coming in here. So this is beautiful. This is about abundance, becoming abundant, understanding how you can create abundance in your life. This can be money, can talk about inheritances, receiving a large sum of money, but it's often just about having real abundance, that security. So it's not just money, it's all the other things that come with security. And I do note that there is a cup on here too. So being abundant in all areas of your life. Nine of Coins. So we have the card of feeling very, very much, we always call it an independence card, like feeling very comfortable in your own skin, wearing your finery. And a lot of people call it the single card. And it does come up in readings like that. But sometimes you can be like this in a relationship. And I'm not talking about being single, but just feeling really, really comfortable with who you are and your partner really supporting you to be that person. So I always think, having your back, really, someone that you are in a partnership with or a love with who really respects you and, sees you as a human being, as an individual, even in a relationship. And then we have the Three of Swords here. I just have this feeling that I just want to say something too with that, because sometimes people watch readings and, and they'll say, I don't want someone new, I've already got, someone in my life. And I think sometimes you just have to sort of step back a little bit from the reading and understand what this means in a relationship. Independence in a relationship doesn't have any issue with the relationship itself. So you should both be independent within your relationship, because if you're dependent, that causes toxicity. Now, in saying that, it's not about being dependent in a healthy way either. But you can still have your independence. You're still a human being. You're still an individual within that relationship. You can't lose sight of who you are. If you start doing that, then that equal give and take starts to become unbalanced. So if you give away all of the things about yourself that make you you and become all about the other person, then you've got an issue and a problem. So if you wake up one day and you go, hang on a moment, who am I? And you've done that, exactly. We've all been there. This is the Three of Swords. This is about a broken heart. Can be in the past here, but I feel like for some of you, this is happening at the moment. I'll do a recap anyway when we get there. King of Swords coming out here. Some of you dealing with someone who's quite controlling and quite dominant, maybe a little harsh in their approach, harsh in their speaking. You could be dealing with an air sign, Libra, Gemini or Aquarius, and it may not be that, but that's how that card's feeling. And we have the Hermit coming out here. So this is about taking time out to really get into, where you're going on your journey and what you want to do. Definitely a card of that. Okay, we've got a bit of a harsher reading this morning, so. Okay, and then I have the Five of Swords. This is about walking away from something that you've been victorious at, but at the cost of other things here. Okay, tough reading for some people out there this morning. Somebody needs to hear it though, so I can't not talk about it. So we have the Six of Cups coming up here. This is about having a new start, leaving the past behind. So there was some sort of offer made to you here, but behind this offer there seems to be things that were hidden, not spoken about, not told about. There's some sort of illusion here in that you thought this was a really good offer. I think you waited a long time for this person to come forward with this offer, and you saw it as being a very generous, loving, kind offer. I think you've got yourself into a bit of a pickle in this relationship, because the person that presented to you is not the person you now have with you. So I think that there is a bit of a concern about money moving forward. Can you afford to leave? Can you afford to, go on your way? I see here that you have a broken heart, but you're understanding you have to move away. This sort of feels very much like a karmic relationship here. So maybe some of you are dealing with karmic relationships. Six of Cups could represent past person, past life person, someone who's come in to teach you a lesson here. At the end of the day, this reading is about walking away from something that is full of conflict, walking away from someone who's maybe quite controlling, quite maybe even vicious with their tongue. They may be very negative, they may be spiteful, but they're definitely unloading their own wrath on you here. And this is heartbreaking for you. Now, what I want to say to you is the cards here are telling me that as a single person, you're going to do just fine. There is going to be enough money for you, but you are doing the right thing by walking away from this. The Hermit in this card tells me you've done a lot of thinking as to whether this was right or whether something is wrong here, and you've realized that you've got some sort of karmic relationship, some sort of lesson here you had to learn. You could be dealing with an earth sign here. The earth is very strong in this reading. So for some of you, this is about walking away from a karmic relationship, walking away from a relationship that was shiny on the outside, but when you got in there, no shine. Heartbreak only. See, there's illusion here. I'm really surprised the Seven of Cups hasn't come up here, because very often this is about illusion. Sorry. You're definitely doing really well to pull your resources together to move forward here. So tough old reading this morning, but someone has to hear it. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. You're walking away from something that does not serve your highest good. It came with a whole lot of trickery, whole lot of secrets, whole lot of heartbreak, and lots of conflict here. So I think that you're making the right decision moving forward. The Hermit tells me you've thought enough about it. The Moon tells me there's things here you still don't know about, but you don't have to understand them. What you were presented here was something that was just perfect, and it was too perfect. So I'm sorry for whoever needed to hear that reading, but there you go. I will pull still a Wicker card. I don't know if I can really elaborate on that, but let's just pull one of these out anyway, and I'll have a look at the card and I'll read from the book as well here, because my meanings, my interpretations of the cards as I always do them aren't always as clear as the traditional Wicker Tarot reading. Wicker Oracle it is. So you've got the card of the Raven here, number 23. So let's see what the book says. For me, that's about, I always think the ravens are good omens, but I'm not sure how the book says it. So there's a time for grieving, and to deny it is to prolong it in many cases. Find a safe time to space and mourn your losses. Then rise above them as the raven flies and see the bigger picture, for blessings may accompany loss. So I always see it as a good omen, which it is after your period of grieving. So it's very interesting and very aligned with the reading. So thank you for watching.